I know the entire game of Color Splash just got leaked, but the game, as of recording this, has yet to become accessible to the general public. So, before it's released, I just want to record my general thoughts of it based on what I've seen so far. I want to record a prediction of the game, before it becomes completely useless to make one. In fact, this is going to be more of an opinion piece than my usual videos. I'm just gonna sort of go through whether the game looks like it appeals to me personally here. If you have a different opinion based on the new footage being shown, then by all means, share it in the comments. Myself, I said that a Paper Mario game would need to do 5 things to be good with the Sticker Star formula. So let's see which of those boxes Color Splash appears to be ticking right now. I said first and foremost that the battle system needs to get its shit together, a complaint which I mostly directed toward battles giving no significant rewards. Now, you've got essentially paint experience and paint level-ups, as well as enemy summon cards of all things. So that's 1 out of 5. The second thing I wanted was new areas. Areas specifically which were not commonplace Mario biomes. And sure enough, I saw previews of a Colosseum, a sunset train ride, a deserted island. If you know me, you know that I am a slut for new and interesting locations to explore in games. Environments are one of the things I enjoy the most in games, and the new places in Color Splash probably count as the biggest thing that's making me consider buying this game right now. Not to mention, the areas are a huge step up from Sticker Star, in terms of just not looking like shit. There was so much else wrong with Sticker Star, we all seemed to forget how horrible the game looked. So for Color Splash having many varied environments, and not looking like someone threw up all over some Unity primitives, it gets 2 out of 5. Third, I said that its gimmick must not be a complete plague, like the sticker system. Now, just painting things with your hammer is fine. It's just an extension of the hammer ability, which allows you to affect various things in different environments. It's a very good idea, turning some simple game mechanic like your hammer into something that can do anything from open doors to activate platforms, depending on the level. Think of Shovel Knight, and how just the simple shovel swings and bounces serve as the player's path to activating damn near anything in the game. So that's good. The card system seems to be more of a strategic and open sticker system, but the main area of concern with the game's gimmicks is the thing cards. If Sticker Star was a mid-flight plane running out of fuel, thing stickers would be the elephant chained to one wing. The act of forcing you to retry a boss or retread entire levels several times, just because you weren't clairvoyant enough to bring the one exact item the developers drew from a fucking hat, is backwards, no self-awareness, no consideration of the player, inorganic horseshit, which, when passed off as something fun and cool, instead of what slaughtered any chance Sticker Star had at being good, just insults the intelligence of everyone involved, players and developers alike. So, will this gimmick be put to better use in Color Splash? The bosses still have a thing that is their weakness, but there's also a decent amount of standard boss fight before that happens. I also saw several levels where the thing needed to beat the boss is in the same level as the boss, and you don't need to actually take the things anywhere special to be turned into cards. You just do that automatically. So will Color Splash use things in a better way? Only time will tell. Well, you know that, or spoiling yourself with the live streams of the full game up on YouTube since about 2 weeks ago. The fourth thing I said Color Splash needs is a narrative for its areas. Each area needs something going on in it, besides just, we're going through the level to get through the level. That shit works in Mario platformers, but this is a different context, where a player's interest in a level has to hold up for much longer. Fortunately, Color Splash seems to realize that. Every level I've seen has some different thing going on in it, which is resolved at the end of the level. So, that brings the total number of met requirements for me up to 3 out of 5. Now, the last thing, and probably the big one out of the 5, the one that's most readily visible, Color Splash needs new characters in order to be truly good. So we ask them for new characters, and what do they reply with? More fucking toads. Now I have said previously that making your NPCs all one race like toads or piantas doesn't automatically make the NPCs uninteresting. And here the problem is not that all NPCs are toads, the problem is that there are no individuals. Oh boy, another brand of generic every toad that you can spawn hundreds of in any given situation. They all have handkerchiefs now too. What a revolutionary character improvement. Now, which one's your favorite? Can you pick out any single one whatsoever? That's the problem. People don't care if they're all toads. When they say there's a lack of new characters, they mean there's no one with a name, no one with any distinguishing character traits. All the main Mario characters are boring. They have static and predictable personalities, and no backstory or room for development. Trying to make an interesting story just between them is like trying to make a gourmet sandwich with only different varieties of bread slices. You need other characters with new identities for the Mario cast to play off of, or the entire premise of the game is just a bland base that we've seen a million times before. There is one exception to this rule, though, and that's Bowser. And if there's one thing I'm very glad about, it's that he actually talks in this game. It was such a mistake to turn him into a generic villain that doesn't speak in Sticker Star. Like, if you want to make the basic Mario characters interesting, muting Bowser is the worst fucking thing that you could do. Because besides Luigi, in some moments, Bowser is like the only one with any personality. So I'm so glad that he actually talks again in Color Splash. Color Splash seems to have between 3 out of 5 and maybe 4 out of 5 out of the things I think it needs to be good, so it looks like a game I could have an amount of fun with. But I'm not buying it. Yet. I'm not buying it yet. This is where we get back into the really personal. Other people in my situation might have bought this, but right now it is full price, meaning $60. Not only does it not look like it would be worth $60, I have this thing called an $8 disappointment ceiling. If something is over $8, and I have even the slightest shadow of a doubt that it may disappoint me, I don't buy it. Movies, games, other stuff. Call me cheap, but if it's over $8 and it could disappoint me, I'm not going to waste my money on it. Again, you can buy it release date if you want, but if I finally decide to get it, it will probably be a used copy a few months from now. And I might do a review of it then, but right now I'm just kind of tired of talking about Paper Mario. Like, you can only be disappointed in something for so long before it just gets old. The next video, I'm moving on to other things. It's probably going to be another Nintendo's legal bullshit episode. And then after that, maybe some videos to prepare for the release of Final Fantasy XV.